taking, just be. Don't take it, taking.
Hey guys, welcome to another Cougar Chronicles. Grab you a drink, take a seat, let's talk about it. Today, guys, we're going to talk about being the side chick at the workplace. This is a very common topic. A lot of people don't like to talk about it, but it is what it is. So let's talk about it. Workplace side chick is an individual that is, I wouldn't even say dating. So what you're doing is you are at work. Now this to me is more for convenience, because if you are stepping out on your partner, the easiest way to do this would be to do it at the workplace. It's more convenient for the reason being of you guys work together, you guys can see each other every single day, you guys can have lunch together, take breaks together. Whereas to if you have a side chick on the outside, it is a little bit more difficult for you to get away to be with this person. Now, I've heard a lot of stories and some things I've even seen with my own eyes. The, the person that, the people that are involved in these type of situationships either are married or they do have some type of partner, girlfriend, boyfriend at home. And so, like I said, this is the easiest way for them to do this and pretty much get away with it would be at the workplace. Um, there's really no nice way of saying it, but I personally myself, I don't agree with it because no matter what, it's still cheating. But like I said, it's a matter of convenience. I've even heard stories where the janitorial people go out to clean the parking lot and they find empty condom wrappers in the parking lot. Like, so I'm assuming these people are, having relations on their break and whatnot. And to me, it, at some point, it does cross the line, and it does become it's disrespectful anyway because you are cheating. But to disrespect your workplace where you make your money to provide for your family is definitely disrespect. For you to even try to even do something like this and possibly jeopardize your job is crazy. For a cheap thrill, that don't even make sense at all. I've even heard stories of people leaving their cell phones at work so that their location will still show as if they are at work, and then leave and maybe go on break down the street to get a room or whatever. To each his own, but I mean, you have to have some type of self respect for yourself. If this man is not even don't even have enough respect for you to take you to at least some type of room, hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, Motel 6, we leave the light on for you. If this man don't have some type of respect for you as a woman to at least take you to some type of room, then you first of all, you shouldn't be doing it anyway. But I'm just saying, you need to, you know, have some respect for yourself. And if this man is not even willing to at least try to take you to some type of, like I said, hotel room, Motel 6, whatever, we leave the light on, whatever, red roof in, Holiday Inn, Palace Inn, Scottish, whatever. So you just have to choose wisely. But yeah, being a side chick at the workplace, I think by far is the most convenient way of cheating, because you you get to see this person every single day. You work with them, like I said, you can take breaks with them. You can go sit in the vehicle. You can talk to them. I mean, you spending that's your way of spending time with the side person. Mind you, you have a whole wife, whole girlfriend, whole husband, whole boyfriend at home, and maybe something is missing in their relationship, and so you agree to a workplace situationship to fill the void of what's missing at home. But see, that's where communication comes in. It, you know, Communication to me almost nowadays don't even exist. Like if it's something that, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm recording in my living room this time, and yeah. So damn, where was I completely lost the train of thought what I was talking about. Yes, communication. So if the communication is not there, then I mean, talk about it. What's missing? What's wrong? The spark is not there anymore. He works too much. He's not at home. It's she's when she comes home, she sleep all the time. She don't want to have sex with me. She doesn't fix herself up anymore. So people have all types of excuses on why they are cheating. But at the end of the day, there's no excuse for it. It's absolutely no excuse for it at all. Like I said, that's where the communication comes in. If there's no need to cheat, it's if that's the case, why even be in a relationship or be in an open relationship? If you're gonna do that, then be in an open relationship, because you do have some people out there that genuinely want to be in a monogamous relationship. And I think I've talked about this before. Women, stop allowing these men to get into your head to make you believe that they are not being intimate anymore with the women, with the woman, wife, girlfriend, kid's mom, whoever he's living with. Don't allow this man to brainwash you and get in your head to believe that he is no longer intimate with this woman, because they will do it. Oh, I don't sleep with her no more. Oh, I sleep in the sip. Oh, I sleep in the floor, in the room, on the floor in my kids' room. She in the other room. I don't stop it, because all it takes is for her to come in there and, oh, come on, get up, come on in here. Or go in there and get the rubbing, and then there it is. Like, everybody here is grown. We already know what it is. So stop. Just be real about it. Just be real about the situation. But ladies, stop allowing these men to brainwash you into believing that they are not intimate with the person that they reside in the home with. And if they are so unhappy, why are you still there? I don't want to hear anything about for the sake of the children, because that's bullshit. That nah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. So, and ladies, stop sharing what's going on in your workplace. I mean, at your home, what you got going on with your man, what he not doing. He work all the time. He this and that. He's too tired to give me sex. He this and me. First of all, you shouldn't even be. First of all, you shouldn't even be sharing what you have going on at home with somebody of the opposite sex. Point blank, period. Because that leaves the door open for other things, and that's the very reason why in relationships and marriages, when the relationship ends, a month, sometimes even a couple of weeks after that, the person is already seeing somebody else, already in a whole nother relationship. And I'm like, how are you already in a relationship and you just got out of a relationship? Because 9 times out of 10, they were already corresponding and talking to this person. This is the person that they were confiding in when you guys were having your little issues and stuff in your relationship and or marriage. Most likely this is the person that your husband was confiding in about you, and most likely this is the person that your wife was confiding in about you. So I mean, it's crazy. Like I said, there's really no excuse for stepping out of your relationship, but doing it at work is the most convenient way to do it and possibly get away with it, unless somebody tells on you or something, or let your spouse know, if they even know your spouse. You'd be surprised. But it's not worth it. First and foremost, it's not worth jeopardizing where you make your money at for a cheap thrill on a 15 or 30-minute break that's probably going to be trash anyway. Because how the hell can you possibly enjoy yourself in a Honda Civic, in the back seat of a Honda Civic, even if you in a Tahoe and the seats let down? You can't enjoy yourself like that. First and foremost, you so focused on, oh, is somebody gonna see us, so we're gonna get caught. You can't even really enjoy yourself. So, like I said, if that man don't even have the decency or respect you enough as a woman to take you to some type of room, or hotel, or motel, or something, then I mean, I don't know. First, me is just no. But to each his own. And some people like the thrill of it, the excitement of the sneaking around. Some people like that. That's a natural high for them, but not for me. Not for me. Like I said, how are you gonna possibly get your rocks off in the back seat? And I'm sure some people are gonna say, "Oh man, I had sex a lot of times in the back seat of this, and all of that." Yeah, but for me, no. I'll give me a king size or a California king size bed because I need room. Yeah, I don't want to be confined to inside of a car. It's not enough room. Even though I'm short, like no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So ladies, have some type of respect for yourself. Stop sharing your information with others, especially individuals of the opposite sex, about your marriage or your relationship that you have going on. Because, like I said, that leaves the door open for other people. That leaves the door open for other people to come in. And then soon, if and when that relationship does dissolve, then there's that person that you've been telling about your man, or this woman that you've been telling about your wife all these months. That's the person 9 times out of 10 they're gonna end up talking to, because they've already been establishing and building something with this person. They're sharing all of their most intimate information with this person that they work with, that they see every single day. Every single day. Every single day. I see stuff and I see it and I don't see it because it's not my business. It's not my business. Me personally, I wouldn't even date anybody that I work with anyway, because no matter what, it becomes messy. No matter how discreet you try to be with it, somebody is going to see something. Somebody is going to see something, especially if this one particular individual is always coming around, and you always sitting at the table, always having lunch with this individual, always sitting in this person's car with them, or they're always sitting in your car on break. Like, people are going to put two and two together that something is going on. And then people know you're married, or people know you got, a girlfriend or kid's mom at home. People know, because a lot of people tell all their business. And in at work, stuff spread. All it takes is for one person to take one piece of information, and it's throughout the whole building within 30 minutes. Your little side chick, everybody gonna know about your little side chick in 30 minutes. Because, like I said, all it takes is one person to go and spread that information around the whole building, and everybody knows about your business. So don't jeopardize. Don't disrespect yourself as a woman. And guys, don't disrespect yourself as a man. Like, it just seems like nowadays everybody is just so focused on sex. And I understand sex sells. It does. Very lucrative business. Very lucrative business. It is. And this has been going on for ages, for centuries. I mean, it is what it is. But at some point, you have to have some type of respect for yourself. You have to learn how to say no. And like I said, ladies, stop allowing these men to brainwash you into think that they're not being sexually involved with the person that they are living with, because that's a lie. That's a lie. I hear it all the time. Well, he say they don't sleep together, that he sleep on the couch and she sleep in the room, and that may be the case. But people are human. And if this is somebody that he's already previously been with or possibly have children with, there it is. It could, it could be something that's not even planned and it just happened. But yeah, side chick in the workplace, I'm telling y'all, the shit is more common than you think. And like I say, we see it all the time. I see it, and then I don't see it because it's not my business. And then, like I said, I've heard stories of, the janitorial, the cleaning crews going out to clean the parking lot and finding empty condom wrappers in the parking lot. Like, I mean, that's cool. You try to protect yourself. That's cool. But to dispose of it, just throwing it out for somebody else to pick up your mess, and then you're doing it in the parking lot at your job where you make your money at to provide for your family. So, my question is, how are you going to be able to explain this if you were to get caught and get terminated for your little sexual little fiasco or whatever that you have in the parking lot of where you make your money at? How are you going to explain this to your wife? How are you going to explain this to your husband? How are you going to explain this to your boyfriend? How are you going to explain this to your girlfriend? That's just like women dating men that are in prison. And I have been asked to talk about that too. I will probably talk about it eventually about women that are talking to men in prison. Why would you want to talk to somebody that is incarcerated when you have free men walking around all over the place? Ladies, stop. We have to have more self-respect and more dignity for ourselves than what we are having. We have to have more self-respect and more dignity for ourselves to lower our standards to be having a 10 or 15 minute little whatever you want to call it in somebody's vehicle at your job. That's crazy. It's not safe. It's like I said, it's disrespectful, and it's definitely disrespectful to where you to the person that you have to go home to the person that you share your life with outside of work. Outside of work, ladies, stop settling for these men that are in jail. These men cannot do absolutely anything for you. All they can do is make up a bunch of lies about what they're going to do when they get out, and 9 times out of 10 they're telling the same exact story to multiple people. So ladies, please have more respect for yourself. Like we have to be, and I understand that a lot of people don't like to be alone, but I've said this before and I'm gonna continue to say it. There is a difference between being alone and being lonely. Stop settling. Stop settling for just anything just so you can be able to say that you have a man. That's not cool. Stop settling just so that you can be able to say, "Ooh, girl, yeah, I got a man. Ooh, girl, yeah, I got this. He gave me this. He this, he that." But are you truly happy? Are you truly happy? Or you just want to be able to say that you have somebody? That is the question that I have for you. Are you truly happy with sneaking around and just being a side chick to somebody that goes home to somebody else every night? Are you okay with talking to somebody that's behind walls and that are just basically feeding you lies and getting your hopes up, and not, like I said, 9 times out of 10 the same thing that they're telling you they're telling to another female as well, and when they get out you probably won't even see these people. Ladies, love yourself enough to say, I'm not going to be anybody's side chick. I'm not. It's just no. It's just no. It's too Yes, the dating scene has changed. It has. Yes, yes, it has changed tremendously. But there are still some good men and there are still some good women out there. You just have to sit and be patient. Allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself time in between these relationships and marriages, and stop being so in a rush to get into another relationship or to use that situation as a rebound to help you to get over that previous relationship. That's not fair to the person that you're the new person, because maybe they're not just coming out of something. Maybe they're good and healed, and then y'all meet and, oh well, I'm just getting out of a relationship, and oh, I'm just want to let you know I'm not looking for something serious. I'm just then first of all, you shouldn't even be dating. If you just getting out of something, you shouldn't even be dating. Now, I did kind of fall off the topic a little bit slightly there, but it is what it is, ladies. We have to respect ourselves enough to not put ourselves in certain situations, whether it be a side chick at work or whether it be you talking to something. Just stop allowing people to manipulate you. Stop allowing people to get into your head. Because them same lies that they telling you, I guarantee you they talking to somebody. They telling that same lie that they telling you to somebody else. And ladies, when you are working with these men, I guarantee you, if he stops talking to you another week or two, he's probably talking to somebody else at their job too. If he's not already talking to somebody else, if he's not already talking to somebody else, just maybe on a different shift or whatnot. You never know. So that's, like I said, you go to work to make your money. Don't jeopardize where you make your money at for a cheap thrill or just to be able to have somebody to sit at the table with you, to share lunch with you, to vent to about what you have going on at home. That should be something you should be discussing with the person that you are residing with. That's something you should be discussing with your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, not somebody at work. Because I'm gonna say it one more time. All that is just allowing the doors open for you to, possibly be with this person. Possibly be with this person. How would you feel if your spouse or your boyfriend did you the same way? If you found out that he had a work little girlfriend or whatever at work, but you know, you thought he was just all for you, but he's doing the same thing at work. How would you feel? I'm sure that wouldn't feel too good at all. It's the not knowing. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, if he's cheating, it's just long as I don't know about it, long as I don't find out about it." That's not true. That's not true. Especially if you guys are not happy. I'm sure it's in the back of your head. Oh, he must be talking to somebody else, or he don't touch me the same no more, or she don't do this, she don't give me none no more, so she's cheating. That doesn't necessarily mean that. Sex is not number one for everybody. That's not everybody's go to. Maybe somebody. That's why I say. That's why I say communication comes in there. Don't just be under the assumption that somebody is cheating. Maybe they got something going on. Maybe they have something going on, personal in their body, in their health. You don't know. Maybe they got something going on, some family issues that they have yet to share with you that you don't know, but you won't know until you ask. Communication. Communication is definitely key. It is. Just like consistency is the key. Communication is everything. If you can't communicate with your partner, then why are you with them? Nobody's a mind reader. Nobody wants to assume, because assumptions will definitely direct you it will definitely send you in the wrong direction, because you really don't know, but you're just assuming that this is what's going on. And that's not what's going on. That's not what's going on. So I'm gonna say this again, ladies. Like I said, just have more self-respect and dignity, and love yourself enough to not be anybody's side chick, whether it's in the workplace, on the outside. It doesn't matter. If that's the case, you might as well just be by yourself. Same way for you guys. Like, just be by yourself. If you're not happy at home, but yet and still you say you're there for the sake of the kids, or a lot nowadays I'm hearing a lot of reasons why people are staying together even though they're not happy is because they cannot afford to live alone, because of the economy and how expensive things are. So then they just stay in these toxic relationships because it's too expensive to live alone. It's too expensive to live alone. So, like I said, I work with a lot of men, a lot, and I hear a lot of stories. And I hear men that talk to women that are attached or married, and they are saying that they're not being satisfied sexually at home, or their man is not showing them any type of attention, or he's not affectionate anymore, or he doesn't take them anywhere anymore. So, I mean, it's really on both ends. It's really on both ends, and it's sad. It's sad because it's actually genuine people out there that really want to be in a relationship. It is. So I don't know, but I had to talk about that. Like I said, I see stuff, and it's like I see it and I don't see it, and it's not. And then the thing about it is, when you have these work side chick work relationships, situationships, the people have the nerve to try to be territorial. And I'm like, how are you trying to be territorial with somebody at work that has somebody at home? It don't even make sense. How are you gonna, like, yeah, that's mine right there, yeah, that's my man, or that's my woman, but you have a woman at home, you have a man at home, you have a wife at home, you have a husband at home. You cannot possibly be claiming something or somebody that does not even belong to you. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. So, ladies, we're gonna talk more about this, and about, because like I said, this is a journey for me. doing this YouTube again, and I just want to motivate and encourage women to love themselves more no matter what, because ladies, you are beautiful. You are beautiful. And a lot of stuff that's going on nowadays, you do not have to tolerate and put up with. If that's the case, be by yourself. If that's the case, be by yourself. Same way for men. You have some men that are in relationships that they are not happy with for whatever reason. So guys, you also have to know your worth as well, because it is a good woman out there that'll snatch you up, and that'll treat you right, and that'll cater to you, and that'll cook you dinner, and that'll rub you down, and all that stuff. So, like I said, I'm not here to bash men. I'm not here to bash women. So, whatever it is that you are looking for, if it is not where you are right now, then you need to remove yourself from this situation. Be by yourself for a little while, for a long time actually. Heal. Find out who you are. Because 9 times out of 10, you probably lost yourself in this situation, relationship, or marriage. Find yourself. Heal first. Don't be in such a rush and so eager to go get in another relationship before you've even healed from this one. And because that's where the baggage comes in it. Because a lot of people, it's like a revolving door. 6 months with this person, 8 months with this person. All you doing is taking that baggage and that hurt from that previous relationship into the new one, because you have not allowed yourself to heal. Because you have not allowed yourself to heal. Everybody deserves to be happy. Everybody deserves that. Now, if everybody wants to be happy, I can't say that. But everybody deserves to be happy. Stop settling for these workplace side chick relationships. Stop settling for these jailhouse relationships. Ladies, just stop. Just stop. It's too many men out there. It's too many men out there to settle for somebody that is incarcerated. That's a whole nother video, so I'm gonna cut that part off right there. But I have been asked to talk about that, but this was actually supposed to be just about the workplace side chick. But yeah, it all boils down to, ladies, have self respect for yourself. Respect yourself and love yourself enough to know your worth. Point blank. Period. Same way for you guys. Know your worth. But see, it's kind of different with the man and the woman, because with men, it kind of feeds their ego. Or yeah, man, she let me hit it in the car in the parking lot at work. Like, that's cool. Like, ain't nothing cool about that. So for a man, it's a little bit different as opposed to a woman. I'm not saying that a woman wouldn't go and share it, because she would. Oh, girl, we did this in the car on break, girl, and it was good. This, and you okay with that? And you sharing this with somebody? And you cool with it? No, that's crazy. That's crazy. So, like I said, I had to discuss this. I had to talk about it because I see it a lot, and I actually saw a video about it. Um, I think it was on TikTok, about how common it was in the workplace. Because, like I said, it's easy, it's convenient. You're seeing this person every day. That's your way of spending time with them. Whereas, too, if you were to do something outside of the relationship that you're in at home, then you would have to explain where you're going, who you're gonna be with, this, why you're not answering the phone. At least at work, you can say, "Oh, I was at work." "Oh, I can't answer my phone at work." "Oh, I was busy. I was at work." And like I said, I heard stories of people leaving the phone at the job and still burning off for 30 minutes or an hour and go get a room or something like that and come back. So people gonna make time for what they want to make time for. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Cougar Chronicles. Like this video, give this video a huge thumbs up. Consider subscribing to this channel before you leave, because your girl would love to have you over here at the gym family. Until the next Cougar Chronicles, bye.